everyone. Welcome to another episode on the show. It's Control or Be Controlled once again. It's another fresh and another amazing day on the show. And I've missed you guys a lot, my audience. I've missed you guys so much. So, we have a very special guest today. As always, our guests are so special. Yeah, I make sure I always bring special guests to the show. Today's guest is Cathy Nesbitt, a health and wellness advocate, environmental innovator and founder of Cathy's Crawly Composters, Cathy's Sprouters, and Cathy's Laughter Club. Cathy, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I love control or be controlled. I want to control.
All right, so a little bit more background on our audience. Since 2002, Cathy has been teaching people how to live more sustainably and joyfully through practical environmental education, hands-on workshops, and unexpected but powerful tool, laughter. Our work bridges environmental action, nutrition, and emotional well-being, showing how small daily practices can create meaningful change for both personal health and the planet. Once again, Kathy, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm excited.
All right, so let's get into the questions I have here for you. Okay, so let's start simple. What exactly is worm composting, and why is it such an effective way to reduce household waste?
Thank you. Worm composting is simply composting with worms, and composting is nature's way to look after our organic matter. What I'm advocating for, it's the 24th anniversary of Cathy's Crawly Composters, selling worms by the pound for indoor composting. So I'm located in Canada, just north of Toronto. And in 2002, the landfill for the Greater Toronto Area filled up, and we started to export our garbage to the United States. And I had a solution. This is worms in the house to manage our scraps. In the Greater Toronto Area, there are about 6 million people. Half live in apartments, townhouses, places that are unable to do composting outside. So this is indoor composting. So everybody can manage their scraps with worms.
All right, thank you so much. So you work with Cathy Sprouters as well, right?
Yes.
What are sprouts and what makes them such a powerful addiction to nutrition?
Hmm. Sprouts are the original fast food. They grow in a day or two. They can grow in water, so hydroponic, which is what I'm advocating. And you don't need sun, you don't need a window. And so sprouts are you take a seed or a bean, put it in the sprouter in paper towel or whatever kind of system you have for growing sprouts. And as soon as the seed or the bean starts to germinate, as soon as it starts to grow and the shell cracks open, as soon as the root is the size of the bean, it's ready to eat. It's the most nutritious point. So here are some wonderful things about sprouts and why we want to add them to our daily health, our health plan. So they have fiber, protein, minerals, everything our body needs. They're hydrating, alkalizing, regenerative, biogenic, and they contain up to 100 times more digestive enzymes than raw vegetables.
Okay, so laughter yoga is one of your signature offerings. For someone hearing that for the first time, what is it and how does it work?
Okay, wonderful. Yes, my favorite topic. Since 2020, we have a global mental health tsunami. The whole world was shut down with this thing that was going on. And I feel like a lot of people are still struggling from that time. So laughter yoga is not doing yoga and laughing. It's not jokes or comedy. It's laughing for the health of it. Whoop. Laughing, laughing is a cardiovascular workout. Yeah, so it's not jokes or comedy because jokes are cultural, right? About two people, going somewhere, not funny for those two. It started in 1995 by a medical doctor in India, and his goal is world peace. Can you imagine, Darlington? We need more of that. Yes, please. And there are clubs in over 120 countries. It's a global movement. So it's laughing with intention. So the yoga part of laughter yoga is the practice of the laughter and the deep diaphragmatic breathing.
Okay, thank you so much, Kathy. So, you have brought laughter into workplaces and organizations. Why are companies starting to take laughter-based team building seriously?
Well, the most important part for businesses is profitability. They want to make more money. So when you have happy employees, when people are connected, they perform better. They're absent less, and it's wonderful for team building. So companies that are employing laughter yoga techniques have higher profitability because the employees are more creative. Because when we're laughing, we're secreting all the happy hormones, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins, versus cortisol, adrenaline, epinephrine, the stress chemicals. And our brain requires 25% more oxygen than the rest of our body. Again, when we're stressed, blood lymph oxygen leaves our frontal lobe and goes into our muscles so we can escape the situation. Laughter kind of forces us to breathe deep because when we're laughing, ha 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 ha, we're exhaling. So, in order to keep on laughing, we need to take a nice deep breath in so we can continue laughing. Ha ha ha.
Okay, so on a physiological level, what actually happens in the body when we laugh?
When we laugh, it's primal. It's contagious in a good way. So you see somebody laughing, it encourages you to want to laugh as well. So we're excreting all the happy hormones, the dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. We're in charge of our own pharma. So we're secreting either the happy drugs or the stress chemicals. And it's a way for us to regulate how we're feeling. We know when we have a good belly laugh with our friends, we feel great. We might not even remember what we're laughing about, but we just feel like, that was such a great encounter. I feel great now. We're all oxygenated. We're secreting the happy hormones and we're making eye contact. We're completely present. When we're laughing, we're not thinking about that silly remark we made yesterday or that meeting that we have coming up, whatever stressful situation. We're not even thinking at all. We're just completely present, laughing with our friends or in the laughter club.
Okay, so a lot of adults say they don't laugh much anymore. Why do you think we lose that natural sense of play as we get older?
Kind of the weight of the world. There's so many things going on. And people will often say to me, Kathy, how can I possibly laugh? There's so many things going on in the world. There's war, there's famine, there's, affordability crisis. We can't, there's just so many things going on. And my response to that is we must laugh because if we're not laughing, we're crying in the corner. We're so stressed, we're tight, our bodies all constricted. Laughter frees us. And I truly believe that laughter is the antidote to stress. So as we age, as we get older, we get more responsibilities. Now we're in relationship. So maybe we're dealing with our partner and maybe we're having a fight or something. So that's stressful. We have children. We have so many things that we're thinking about, and that's stressful. So the laughter, so that I believe that's why we don't laugh. You look at children, they don't have the responsibility as yet. Their parents are looking after them, or, the community is looking after them. So they can just be free to play and laugh and be present. Whereas we age, we get more responsibilities.
Okay. So you also run Cathy's Laughter Club.
Mm.
Why do you believe structured laughter communities are important in today's world?
Yes, but again, back to the stress, when we're living in this perpetual state of stress, we've made stress a normal state of our body. And when we're stressed, we're secreting all those stress hormones. We're not breathing properly. So our body's not getting the oxygen that we need. For sure, our brain isn't. Have you ever lost your keys, phone, glasses, and you're flapping around? You got to go, but you've lost your keys or your phone. And while you're flapping around, you're getting more stressed. You're not breathing, or you're panting. Breathing very shallow. So when we're laughing, again, we're connected on a deeper level. Um, it just helps us to feel freer. It helps us come up with better solutions, and we feel better. We just feel good when we're laughing.
Thank you so much. Your work across composting, sprouts, and laughter, three very different areas.
Mm.
What connects them at a deeper level?
What connects them? Was that the question?
Yes, at a deeper level.
Yeah. So, before 2020, I thought I was a juggler. Like, what do you need? You need worms, you need sprouts, you need laughter. I have it. And you can imagine somebody juggling some balls. That's what I felt like. And then 2020, in Canada, we were shut in our homes for about 2 years, and that's a lot of thinking time. So I was thinking, and I had a revelation like, oh my gosh, all of my offerings are a way to have a simple, sustainable, beautiful life. Worms for amending your food scraps and creating black gold. The worms turn our garbage, our food scraps and paper into black gold so we can go grow more nutrient rich food. In North America, we have destroyed the soil with growing, acres and acres of corn, wheat, and soy. When you grow one crop, that's not how nature intended. So we need to apply a lot of chemicals, which does nothing for the soil. If we build the soil takes care of the plants. That's where the worms come in. So the worms help to manage our scraps. And when we're feeding our worms, we're not on technology. We're completely present with the worms, chopping up the food, putting it in the container. It's really wonderful. And then the sprouts. So the sprouts grow in a day or two. They're super fast and they're nutrient rich food. So we can grow the sprouts for pennies a day. They're very affordable to buy the seeds, grow them ourselves. We're in charge of the freshness. So that's nourishing our beautiful body. And the laughter is for our mental health, for our physical health too, but really our mental health. When we're laughing, we feel good, we're secreting all the happy hormones, and we're connected on a deeper level. So, all of my three offerings, there's a beautiful thread from the worms to the sprouts to the laughter. And I would invite everybody to take on all three of these of my offerings. I mean, it's my business, but it's also my life. I do all of these things every day, and I would invite people to consider managing their scraps. We feel good, if we just put in North America, we're pretty wasteful, and we put garbage out at the curb, so the magic truck comes along and takes it to landfill, and it's out of our mind. If we take care of what we're producing ourselves, it's that feel good factor. We feel good about how we're living our life. We're more sustainable. We're connected, and we're making a contribution to the global good. I have an expression: when we feel good, we do good, and the world definitely needs more do-gooders at this time.
Okay, so here is my final question for you. If someone wanted to start improving their health and well-being in the simplest way possible, where would you suggest they begin?
I would suggest with self-care, self-love, really taking ourselves seriously. We're so busy. doing this, doing that. We're going here, we're going there. We're always doing stuff for other people, and we put ourselves last. I would suggest that everybody put themselves first and take care of yourself. I have a morning routine and an evening routine. In the morning, it's maybe 15, 20 minutes. It's not a lot out of a 24-hour day. And I take time for myself. I do some deep breathing. I go out. I'm an early riser, so I get up early. I'm earthing, so bare feet on the grass or on the soil, getting the earth's energy. First sun on my eyes, which helps to regulate my melatonin, so I sleep better. I do some simple stretches, a little bit of meditation, and then I'm ready for the day. I'm like, I'm grounded, I'm centered, and I'm ready for whatever the world has for me. Yeah. And I would really recommend that people put themselves first. People say, "Oh, if I put myself first, I have so many things to do. Um, there's no time for me." I say, if you put yourself first, then whatever else gets done is fine. But we need to really take care of ourselves and manage our nervous system. If we can manage our nervous system, then we're more productive human beings. We're connected. We're nicer. We're able to see when somebody else is challenged, and so we can go and help them because we have the energy to do that.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for coming to my show. Thank you for sharing your unique blend of sustainability, nutrition, and joy. For listeners who would like to learn more about your work, how can they connect with you?
Yeah. So my worm, I would love to invite you and your listeners to my it's free online laughter club. It's every Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 30 minutes of super fun self-care. I incorporate tapping, brain gym, qigong. I really want people to feel good. I really want people to get out of stress so we can be more productive, so that we can have a better life. It's possible. I do believe that joy is our birthright. You can find information at my laughter page, which is cathysclub.com, Cathy with a C. If you want to find out about worms, it's cathyscomposters.com, and sprouts is cathysprouters.com. I'm also on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube.
All right, thank you so much once again, Kathy.
I'm so
Bye,
grateful for the
Kathy.
opportunity, Darlington. Thank you.